The TrendTracker module in Bluehill Central is a data analysis tool that allows you to efficiently evaluate statistical trends in your Instron test results. Let's explore how it's used. Before analyzing in TrendTracker, your Bluehill test methods must be configured to export to TrendTracker's database. In a Methods Exports menu, you will find a TrendTracker section where you can select which database and which data to export. Some users prefer to store results generated by any method on a single database, but others may prefer multiple databases to organize various projects or teams. If you have historical results, the batch export function found in Bluehill Universal's admin settings lets you begin meaningful analysis immediately. Once you've begun exporting results, you can head to Bluehill Central to query those results and use process control charts to help monitor the performance of the material you have been testing. When selecting the TrendTracker module, you have the option to open a previously saved search or to create a new one. Choosing an existing search triggers the associated query to return all test results exported from the Instron machine that satisfy the search criteria. You are brought to the dashboard, which includes a table of test results and any charts that have been pre-configured. The header displays the search criteria. On the left, you can navigate between your table and charts. And on the right, you can view settings and export options. When viewing the table, each row represents a single test performed on the Instron. Each column represents a test result or information about the test. To help sort the data, results can be grouped into subsets by dragging a column into the table's header. Nested subsets can be configured if necessary. While the table is helpful to view individual test records and summarize statistics, charts are best to see how the results and statistics are changing over time. This example shows a search with 3 pre-configured charts. The first is an individual run chart displaying a selected result from each test. In this case, ultimate tensile strength is shown for all 4,800 tests returned by the query. You can zoom in on a select region for a closer look. Rules can be enabled to help flag out-of-control conditions. For instance, these flags are indicated because tests are outside of 3 sigma control limits. The next chart displays the average ultimate tensile strength for batches contained in the dataset. In this case, each batch is denoted by a product ID, A1, A2, A3, and so on. Group charts are useful to compare results of various subsets of a product. The last chart is another group chart, but rather than plotting the mean value, the standard deviation is shown for each subset. Now that we have reviewed how a search is used, let's set one up. By selecting New Search, you are asked to define your search criteria for the query. The fields available to use are the test information, results, and default fields, such as system ID, test date, and user. For this search, let's say you only want to compare the latest subsets, A9, A10, and A11. To do this, you define the criteria to be A9, A10, and A11 only. After the results have been returned, you choose the columns you are interested in. In this case, product ID, user, and ultimate tensile strength. Then you can format the table and add any statistics. To create a chart, select the plus button, then configure its settings on the right-hand panel. Each chart type has process control statistics that can be optionally displayed. To compare product subsets in this example, we can use the X-bar S chart to display the mean and standard deviation of the most recent products and enable acceptance limits and SPC metrics. For a complete list of available charts and statistics, download our white paper linked in the video description. To learn more, visit our website or contact us. Thanks for watching.